Don't try to make me feel better, son. I failed you as a father, but I'm going to make that up to you now.
How exactly do you propose to do that, Dad? I mean, it's not as...
Anything happen?
In what sense?
There's a light up there, and it's condemned. Stay.
Me?
Him.
Bennett. See how fast he noticed that? Observation is everything, son.
Thank you, Dad.
We're out back.
There.
Police, freeze!
Count to 3 and rise up together shooting.
I don't carry a weapon.
You what?
I don't carry a weapon.
Is that smart, son?
It's the law, Dad.
Oh, no time for niceties. Here, use mine.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but it's imaginary.
Oh, so it is.
It's my last clip.
They're maneuvering for position.
I can see that.
See what?
They're maneuvering for position.
I can see that.
You've only got a few seconds left.
Right again.
About what?
You've only got a few seconds left.
What you need, son, if you don't mind me saying, is a good, solid plan. Or you could just throw a rock.
Fire your entire clip on 3.
Then he'll be out of bullets.
And I'll be out of bullets.
I heard both of you.
Is there an entire conversation going on here that I'm totally unaware of?
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
At least you found the villain, son. There's something to be said for that.
Thank you.
Anytime. We know your father did it. We know he has the money, and we know that you know where he is. What we don't know is how smart you are.
I can't help you.
Now we know. Benny, talk to him. Ask him if you noticed the men with guns who were coming after him. Your father left you hanging, kid. Maybe you should stop worrying about him and start worrying about yourself. Tell him that, Benny.
I will, Ray.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, man, look at this.
I said elves, you morons! Elves!
Del, I know you want to help your father. You wouldn't be much of a son if you didn't. The only way to protect him is if we can bring him in off the streets. Now, it took us several hours to identify your father, during which time he could have easily left town, but he didn't.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. He wouldn't leave you. And yet, he didn't get you out of town before the robbery, or arrange to meet you someplace else. Now, why is that?
Well, maybe his plans just didn't include me at all.
Well, I don't believe that. And I don't think you do either.
Think again.
Talk to him?
Yes.
Look, kid, we all didn't get the best fathers, and yours, well, he ain't gonna win any parenting awards, but he's all you got, so you gonna help him or what?
He's gone by now.
Then you can go. Just check out at the front desk before you leave.
You can't just let him go back out there.
All right, keep a close eye on him. If you're right, his father will try to contact him again.
We're gonna use him as bait?
Something we like to do every Christmas.
Don't lose him. And don't let the Donnellys get him.
Oh, I gotta call my ma, tell her why I'm gonna be late. Meet you out back.
I never taught you how to interrogate a witness, son.
I know.
The 7 ways to tell if a man is lying.
Well, I kind of pieced it together for myself.
Oh, good. So you know what to watch for in their eyes?
Yes.
You know if they look up and to the right, they're lying. Unless they're aware of that, in which case they try to look straight at you.
Yeah.
Or they overcompensate and end up looking down and to the left.
Oh, really? Would you mind waiting here? I'll be right back. Drive, quick. before he comes back.
Who?
My father. Drive, go.
Frazier, your father's dead.
I know, and I don't mean to speak ill of him. It's just he's driving me nuts.
Your father.
He's not really here. I know that. It's all in my mind. It's just he refuses to stay there, or rather, he refuses to leave there. I don't really understand it, but I'll tell you, it's beginning to wear a little thin. I mean, does he think I'm completely ignorant? I mean, I don't know. The next thing he's going to do is try to show me how to start a fire. You know, Ray, I got half a mind just to tell him to pack up, move out.
Of your mind?
Yes.
Hello, son?
Oh, God, he's back.
What's that?
I said, glad you're back, Dad. Not a word, all right?
Hey, no problem, Benny.
That's him!
Who?
What?
There.
Where? Right in front of the police station? Now that is cheap.
We got a few minutes.
I don't need to hear any excuses.
You just listen to me. If something happens to me, I gotta know.
Dad, I don't want to hear this.
If something happens to me, you gotta know where I hid the money.
I don't want the damn money.
I don't care what you want.
But there is a surprise, huh?
Just listen to me. I don't know how this thing is gonna turn out.
Dad, you said you were finished. You know, you promised me.
Del, I didn't want to do this. Just listen to me. If something happens to me, I gotta know that you're okay.
That I'm okay, huh? Now you think of this?
Don't talk to me that way. I'm your father.
You're a loser. That's what you are. You couldn't make one damn thing work out for yourself, not one. So why should I listen to one thing you have to say?
No!
You won't get away with it. I know you must have a plan, but there's no way it'll work.
Now, there's a man who loves his work.
I don't think so, Ray. Are you sure you don't want something?
No, thanks, son, I couldn't. Well, this is the first real Christmas dinner we've had together in 20 years, and I'm not even really here.
Aren't you?
I don't know any more about this than you do, son. Am I here? Am I in your head? You in mine? Damned if I can figure it out.
Oh, finally. Something you don't understand.
Well, there's lots of things that I don't understand, Benton. How I lived all those years and didn't get to know my son.
You know, I should be able to see his plan. I mean, there aren't that many variables. But no matter which way I twist it, I can't seem to see how he thinks he'd get away with it. I mean, you don't double-cross your partners and then stay around town. You don't plan a getaway and forget about your son. Unless you don't plan on getting away with it.
How do you mean?
It's the only thing that explains his actions.
I don't follow you.
No one would plan a double cross this intricate and leave the getaway to chance. He did plan it through. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he is not planning on getting away with it.
But nobody plans to fail, son. It doesn't make sense.
If it's the only logical solution, it doesn't have to make sense.
What the hell does that mean?
Don't you see it?
No,
Well, of course you do. It's obvious.
I don't.
Really?
No,
You don't?
no.
Oh.
But you do. Go bring him in, son. That's what I taught you.
Anything happen? In what sense?
Is Dell still in there?
Yeah.
24 hours and you still haven't solved the case.
Come on, Dad, it's Christmas Day. You want to give it a rest?
Hey, you don't care about your work? It's fine with me.
First time he went to prison, I was 6 years old. I actually thought it was my fault. I thought if I didn't ask him for all those things kids ask their fathers for, you know, like bikes and toys or whatever, that he wouldn't go out and steal to get them for me. When he got out, I was so careful not to ask him for anything, because I thought that if I did, he'd go out and do something like this again. You know, all I ever wanted was to have him here with me. But it didn't matter what I wanted, did it? He didn't give a damn about me. He didn't even tell me about this. He just went out and did it. Well, you know what? This isn't my fault. And he's not my responsibility. He can go back to jail. He can go to hell for all I care.
Oh, he isn't going back to prison, Dell. That's not his plan at all. He's gonna let you know where the money is. Then he'll kill the Donnellys. Then he'll kill himself. He'll make it look as though the money was destroyed. You'll get it all. He's planning to die. And he's doing this for you.
You know when I was most proud of him? What do you want me to do?
Let's go.
There were three brothers in merry Scotland. In merry Scotland there were three, and they did cast lots which of them should go, should go, should go, and turn robber all on the salt sea.
Distillery, something closed down or abandoned.
The lot it fell first upon Henry Martin, the youngest of all of the three, that he should turn robber all on the salt sea, the salt sea, the salt sea, for to maintain his two brothers and he. They had not been sailing for a long winter's night, nor part of a short winter's day, when they did espy a stout lofty ship.
Our parent son's distillery closed down about 10 years ago, south side.
Thank you kindly, Elaine.
Hello, hello, cried Henry Martin, what makes you sail so nigh? I'm a rich merchant ship bound for fair London town, London town, London town. Wouldn't you please for to let us pass by?
Hello. I'm here. Well, you're a man of your word, William. Good show. Bring me that big gun I like. I almost never get to use it.
For I have turned robber all on the salt sea, the salt sea, the salt sea, for to maintain my two brothers and me. And fire up your mission, bring your ship under my lee, for I have resolved for to pirate you here, oh here, for to maintain my two brothers and me.
Okay, you got 2 minutes and I'm in there.
So broadside for broadside, and at it they went, for fully 2 hours or 3, till Henry Martin gave to them the death shot, the death shot, the death shot, and straight to the bottom went she.
You're one unlucky Canadian.
I'd be careful if I were you. I think you're standing in a pool of gasoline.
I'm not interested in killing you. If you want to walk, I'll let you.
I can't do that. You know, it took me a while to figure out what you were doing. One doesn't ordinarily equate crime with self-sacrifice.
I guess I'm going to have to take my offer back.
You went straight, William. A long time, 6 years.
I love how people like you think that earning $4 an hour is great and noble. I couldn't afford to buy my kid a Christmas gift. That's not noble. It's pathetic.
I don't think your son would have seen it that way.
You know what my son saw? He saw a sap that worked 12 hours a day at a job he hated, and then came home and worked another 6 hours at a job that nobody wanted to pay him for. The only thing I ever showed my kid was how to be a loser.
And you thought robbing a bank would win his respect?
Respect? Oh, I haven't thought about that in a long time. All I wanted was $3. $3 for the whole year, and I'd have made it. I was standing there at the counter with his gift in my hand, Girl says to me, "You're $3 short." I started laughing. I laughed so hard, I thought I was going to have a heart attack right there in that department store. I suddenly realized that if I died right then and there, I'd have left my son $62, some lousy manuscripts, and a lot of excuses. And that's not good enough. That's not enough to leave your son.
You know, William, I think there's only one thing that a father needs to leave his son. And that's a good example of how a man should live his life. Anything else, the son can learn for himself. The greatest gift my father ever gave me was the courage to trust my own abilities. And I learned that through his example. You know, you can give your son anything you want. But if you don't leave him a good example of how to be a man, you leave him nothing. That's what you'll leave Dell. Nothing.
Put the lighter away, William. You don't want to do this.
You stay put!
Nobody has to die here.
Now look at this, Cameron. It's a Christmas party.
Drop the guns!
Stuff
it. Jimmy?
Now, you weren't being totally frank with us, were you, William?
You want to kill me, Jimmy? You want to do that? Go ahead.
That director said I got you last Christmas was obviously a mistake.
You can't get away with this! Actually, you can, Ray. Everyone involved in the robbery will die, so his son is safe from retribution. There's enough cash in that bag to convince the forensic experts that the money was destroyed in the blaze. The police will stop looking for it. All he has to do is drop that bottle. He gets away with it.
Thanks for backing me up on this one, Benny.
Sorry, Ray. It's your decision, William. Do you leave something for your son, or do you steal from him?
Drop it.
Drop it!
Not you, you moron!
Sorry.
Hi. Looks like I screwed up our Christmas plans.
Yeah. It's okay.
U.S. attorneys agreed to 3 to 5.
That's good.
You'll be a man before I get out.
I'll be all right. And Celia's cool about it, you know.
I'm sorry, Del. I'm really sorry.
I got you something, Dad.
Thanks. It's beautiful. Must have cost you a fortune. I used to have one just like this. You were 6 then.
How do you remember that?
I used to watch you write. You know, I think, that's my dad.
I didn't get you anything, son.
Yes, you did.
You know, I think you're wrong about Sam Dalton. Cases weren't entirely dissimilar. Dad? You still here?
Merry Christmas, son. Merry Christmas.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way.